Hello everybody, this is another Apocalypse Rising 2 video, but in this one, we're switching it up just slightly. Instead of me hunting players, or finding cosmetics I don't have, or just getting good guns, we're going to be filming a documentary about animals. What I mean by animals is players. Also known as goobers.
Now, here we see a player off in the distance. Here we see a player in the distance running. It looks like they are a noob because they have no, well, really cosmetics.
Now, as for the most part, we hunt these players. They are an invasive species of player. We don't want them around here. So, as soon as we find this type in a invasive species of player, we kill them. Because these ones cause damage to the sweats, the actual players, and goobers we normally find around in these types of lands. These ones are very dangerous to our normal players, and they are invasive. So we must kill them as soon as we see them. And if you viewers are watching and you see one, you must kill it immediately with any utilities you have.
Indubitably.
Preparing to snipe the player. Now, the player has been shot at, meaning the player is extremely scared and has no idea on where to go. Also, these types of players are extremely dangerous if you see them with a big backpack, which this one has a grey rucksack, which means he has some pretty good loot. Obviously, the player has a stun nose, because you could see him shooting me. He's either baiting me for the stun nose and has a better gun, or he's a freshie that got lucky and found a good bag. Now, obviously, I have the high ground against him. And what is that? Another player? Two players on approaching sight.
This is a never before seen battle between the two of these specific kind of breeds.
Now they have a knife duel. As you can see, the poacher has killed the invasive species of animals with this M14 metal rifle. Now we're going to see what type of food and guns they had. The first prey has a heavy rucksack, which we are taking. He had an Auto 5 shotgun, we are taking as well, and he had some ammo for it. Thank you. And the second guy, he has a Winchester and some food for us. We're going to take his beans and call it a day. Now, animals to look at. It seems that we have found one
It appears,
already.
but before.
It seems we have found one already. Not even 3 seconds after, we have already found a player. Now this right here is what you call your average Joe sweat. I mean, these players are extremely fucking retarded. Excuse my language, but what he did there was a rookie mistake. If you're ever hunting players in the wild, never stand still, because if you stand still, even for 1 second, you can and might just will lose your life. Take that as a note, players.
Oh, here is a different type of player that is only extremely endangered, and that is. So we do not know that much information on them.
Now
But we do know that they like to drive cars around.
these types of players you don't see as often because, well, as the narrative said, they're very endangered. This specific type of species is mostly looted with weapons, so we must be extremely, extremely careful around them. We take our eyes off of them for 1 second, they kill. Now, we're going to set up
Indubitably.
in our crow's nest and see if we can get a better spot on them.
Now, it appears that their name is Ghost. Now, normally, Players who have a short username are often usually OGs, or they're sweats, or it could be both. But by the looks of it, it may be both.
Now, as you can see, he isn't wearing much clothing, which means there's a chance he's probably not too good at the game or just got newly started. You want to be careful around these players because sometimes, not all the time, they could be hackers. And hackers are a very powerful and dangerous species of animal. You do not want to catch yourself fighting a hacker because almost 9 out of 10 times you will die. Now we are rushing up against the prey. Just keep an eye on him, but not kill him yet. It seems the prey is gone inside. Now, for science purposes only, we are going to kill this prey so we can examine its body. May he rest in peace. Now, it appears that the player that we just killed had a vehicle. As we know not much more about them, we are going to take his vehicle and examine it for scientist purposes. But since the vehicle we had over there isn't doing too pretty, we're going to use this one as our vehicle. Alright, we found a player.
It appears that we have found another player. This one is often called the Scout. It likes to go and hide on rooftops at night. But this one appears to be fighting back, which is actually quite rare.
Now,
But
scouts,
it is still an easy target.
but most scouts usually like to hide in bushes, trees, or in high places in general, so they're out of the appearance of public eye. Now, if they're out in public eye, it makes them very, very vulnerable, seeing as how they are one of the weakest. But sometimes they carry around very high-powered weapons, like this one. But we don't know what this one has. But for now, we're going to conduct science purposes for this one. Right. It appears the player has picked up to our location now. He seems to be baiting with the snub nose, and now he might kill me, seeing as I don't have a lot of stuff left. But right now, we're going to rush the scout because he is pushing, and this is unlike them, which is extremely rare for most scouts. 3, 2, 1. Now we have knocked him with the knife. May this scout rest in peace. May his soul be with it go to heaven. Now, as you can see, this is an extremely endangered species of player. But for the sakes of this video, we have to kill him, seeing as they are extremely, extremely invasive. And what is that? Another player? Ooh. Why? It seems there are 2 types of people in this one spot. Look, the average military Joe. Now, these types of players aren't invasive, and you can kill them if you want. But for now, we're going to let him live and enjoy his personal life in peace. What is that? It looks like they are teamed. That's not good for me. It seems like this player right here is trying to get on top of that. Maybe he's making a crow's nest. Uh-oh, I might die here. Well, I managed to kill him at least. Now, we're going to sit back and relax and watch the show go on.
Right. Now, here, where our mouse is circling, we can currently see a new player. Now, unfortunately cannot see it currently, because I cannot get a good enough visual to see it yet.
Alright, from here, label, let me narrate. Alright, these are what we call goobers, the lowest and most non-lethal of them all. These ones are extremely harmless. At most, they can stab you with their knife or just sit there and get killed. But now, let's see if he goes for the bait. But this one, well, something is odd about this one. Sit right with me. He looks like a normal goober, But looks like he has a disguise on too. He might be a hacker because most hackers usually have. What did I
That's
guessed it?
true.
There's two of them. I knew it. There's two people. Alright, now these might seem to be freshies, but there's a good chance these might be hackers. So, we're going to be on the lookout and see if they're hackers. He has seen it. He's going for the bait. Never mind, he is not going for the bait. Preparing to take a shot. 3, 2, 1. Ow. It seems that that one was really low. He has no clue on where I am, and his teammate is probably extremely frightened from the sudden death of his partner. But I think right now it is mating season for the goobers, so maybe he's just having a partner. And I've ruined it for them, which, rest in peace to the goober we have killed. May he rise to heaven. That shot was actually insane though. He was one tap. Alright, he's okay. Don't
Yeah.
okay. Now, it seems that the other goober is extremely frightened by the death of his partner, and he's taking refuge in top of that building right there. Now, we don't know what weapon he has, or he might not have a weapon at all, but the smart idea is to sit back and relax, and wait for him to go out in the open and kill. Maybe he'll take the bait of the corned beef we put right there. Hopefully, he'll check it out, and we can get to kill him. But, for the most part, we'll have to sit back and wait, because we do not know what weapon he has. He has switched spots, preparing to fire. 3, 2, 1. We missed our chance. Alright. Looks like we're gonna have to push it. We're going to rush. Wait, he's coming out. No way. This is extremely rare for these types of beavers. Now, it seems like this goober has taken refuge inside of this building. We must be very careful around this goober because he doesn't know we're here. And if he figures out we are here, he could get very scared and start attacking recklessly. But we're going to push him right now. 3. And it appears this goober wasn't a smart one either. We're going to check on his partner first though, just to make sure he wasn't as dangerous as we thought he was. And now, these specific type of goobers aren't an invasive species. They are born and raised on Mackinac Island, also known as Noob Island. These goobers aren't dangerous, but they might look dangerous sometimes. If you just play your cards right, you will be able to kill them in a one-on-one match. But this scenario, it was a 1v2.
Now, it appears that on the cap can, I can see me standing on top of a white van, which is odd because I don't think that he's right behind me. Oh no.
Alright, I just want to say thank you for watching the video, guys. Leave a like if you want to see a part 2 to this video. We might turn it into a series because me and Abel found it like a really fun time just making these videos. Yeah, that sound is loud as crap. But, oh, there he is. If you would like to see this become a series, leave a like and subscribe because me and Abel had a lot of fun making this video. Alright, peace out, and I love you guys.